Hi guys, it's Leslie and Jason from Sweet Olive Farms. Today is February 6th and we are watering our lavender by hand. We live in an area where we have secondary and culinary water, and so our secondary water gets turned off in the fall. Usually around the first week of October it gets turned off. So our lavender, because we live in a high desert, our lavender needs some water. So we have to water all of our plants by hand just a few times during the year. So during the winter, I mean. So all 1,000 plants are getting hand watered today. This takes us a few hours to get accomplished. So we'll be here for a while. It's kind of cold, but we're hoping to get this, at least most of it done before nighttime. So the lavender's looking good. Some of it is getting quite dry, so that's why we're watering it. Some of the plants themselves are getting dry, so you can see right here on this one, it's still pretty soft, but there are parts of it that are kind of crumbling and I would call it crispy, like the leaves are just brown and dry and dying. So this happens when they are dormant, but we are also worried because we lost so many plants because of the dryness last year, that we are making sure that they get enough water this year so that they can make it through our winters. Our winters are pretty cold, dry. Because we live in Utah, we do not have moisture anywhere. Every once in a while we get some snow in our area, but anyway, some of these look really good. Some of them I'm a little bit worried about. But for the most part, I think they're going to be okay for the winter. Let's check. Okay, see, I can bend those and they're nice and soft, nice and supple. And then some of them, get one of these ones that he hasn't watered yet, have drier areas. Let's go over to the Phenomenal. They're looking kind of dry. And take a look. See, now this is not as supple. It's starting to crumble. But we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully we won't have too bad of drying winds, and we'll come out here every week or so and give them some water. And we will hopefully have all of our plants back in the spring. If you're growing lavender in Utah, plant it in a southern area that is warm in the winter. It radiates that heat from like your house or a building. Plant it where it can get some water but isn't covered in snow or a place that drips. And just make sure that it's doing okay. Check it in the winter. Just kind of keep an eye on it to make sure that it's going to live through the winter. And you do that by going out and looking at it and seeing if it's green, or if it's black or brown or gray. This one's still green. Looks pretty good. Anyway, let's go see what Jason's getting up to. It's almost done with one row already. Take some turns so he doesn't have to stand there in the water for 3 hours. The dogs are happy to see us. They're loud. It's kind of crazy how it's muddy between the lavender, but up on the hill, it's not.
With when I get back up to the other end, to the row, when I start down the next row, I have to pull all this hose out of this row. So if you can help me do that while I start down the next row.
Yep, for sure. So this is an example of why you need to prune your lavender in the fall. So you don't get these wild, crazy, tall branches that break really easy. Either from the snow, the weight of the snow, or animals. We've got a lot of deer, a lot of elk that come through here. And we need to prune. We didn't prune these. We got a really early frost and they started to turn brown when I was pruning them. So in our decision making, we thought it would be the best to just leave them so that they didn't die from the frost and from freezing after we'd pruned them. So we're gonna prune them in the spring. We've got the Phenomenal got pruned. It looks pretty good. But the English Munstead variety did not get pruned before the frost. So, oh my gosh, you guys. This is cool. I'm the hose minder. Pick it up and move it.
Probably wait because I'm going to be pulling it halfway down.
That's pretty. Working on my filming capabilities. Try in slow motion. Let's see.